Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. I thought it'd be really great to start off by hearing a little bit about yourself. I'm Saz. I have 4 children, but all my children are primary school. But you guys are well rehearsed in the art of teenagers, which is something I know nothing about. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your wonderful daughter.
I'm Wayne and Maria, obviously my wife's Maria, and our daughter's Rebecca. She's 18 and she's an absolute treat. She's pure gold.
Yeah, totally agree.
And where are you from? Because that is not a Herefordian accent.
Not Herefordian at all, no. But we feel like Herefordians already, so that's great. And we're from Cape Town, South Africa, which we were there for most of our lives. But we've been here for 3 years now and loving it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, what's the difference between parenting primary school kids or younger kids to those teenage years? What are some of the kind of standout differences for you?
For me, the biggest difference is in discipline. I found it really easy to discipline a child. And if you do it well, you don't have to do it often, which was the key. But disciplining a teenager is very different. So I saw somewhere that somebody should try changing the Wi-Fi password, which I thought was a great idea until I realized that I needed her to help me change the Wi-Fi password. So that didn't work.
Yeah, when they're little, they're always around you. You know, you at every play date and the PTA meetings and things like that. So you have your hand on the pulse of things. But when they become older, they withdraw more. So you have to be quite intentional about pursuing them, really.
What would be the top 3 tips you would give to someone parenting a teen?
Okay.
I think words of affirmation is a big thing. You know, when they're little and they jump over a rock, you're like, oh, that's amazing, you're so brave. And when they're older, because they're a bit more moody, etc., you really have to catch them doing good things. And they do, but then say so. You know what I mean? I think you speak a lot to little ones, but sometimes you speak a little bit less to teenagers. And also it's got to be kind of authentic, because just to say, oh, you're so brave, I find it's better to be more specific when they're older and to really give them something to hold on to when you affirm them.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
I think another thing is have fun. We have lots of fun. She sometimes says, oh, I'd rather hang with you tonight if she's got something on, because especially Friday nights, it's like our burger and loud music nights, and we just turn it up and dance and have a ball. And I think it's good to have a release valve, because there's a lot of pressure on teenagers. And so, we make sure we have lots of laughs in our family.
The top tip is just to pray for your children.
Amen.
You know, don't forget to pray for your children, and to pray for who's influencing them, and that they'll be surrounded by friends who can be positive influences as well. And then obviously, that they can also be positive influences in their friends' lives. So never stop praying for the kids.
Amen.
Never stop.
I often pray for her mind. I just think the battle of the mind is like a lifetime thing. So especially as a teenager, she has so much input, and just that she's able to discern and filter it all, and that her mind is protected and her heart is protected. That's a massive thing that we keep praying for.
I think you must always be aware that they are watching and listening to everything you say and do, even when they're not. Even when they look like they're locked in their rooms, they are watching and listening to everything you say and do. Mm-hmm. And that's why you need to be intentional about modeling the life that you want them to lead.
The next generation are incredibly inspiring, and I think so often when we're around our kids, and particularly when we're young, we're leading them and we're growing them and we're teaching them. But there becomes those beautiful points where our kids will turn around and say, something the Bible has taught them, and it's like a revelation for us. Yeah. What have been some of the things that you've just been super inspired by or learnt from your teenager?
There's loads. Oh, she's gifted, but she's kind and she's perceptive. And I had nowhere near the amount of wisdom that she does at this age. Honestly, there's very few people that I know that think before they speak, and she really does. She's thoughtful. She weighs her words. So I really admire that. And for the house of the Lord, she's loved the church since she was little, and she's always wanted to serve. I remember one of the first birthday parties that she was really involved in helping to plan. She asked us to hire a bus and take all her friends to church on Sunday. It was like the party bus to church.
That's so cool. Please tell me you hired a bus and had a party bus to church.
We didn't, but we did take some of her friends to church. So church has always been, it's always been important to her, and she's always loved the house. Yeah.
What if you could say, so kind of broaden it out a little bit, the next generation in general, for us as adults, I don't ever want to close my mind to what they have to teach me. Is there something you've seen in the next generation below us or the teenagers below us today that we could learn from?
Okay, it's probably quite personal for me, but I don't have a big network of friends, people who I'm very selective about who I associate with. But I find that this generation, the current generation of youth, are very, very quick to build a massive network of people and influence. They just meet people easily and they make friends easily. And I think that's super important for when you want to spread kingdom word. It's so easy because you have so many people. Whereas if you're just building with a small, the same people in and out can get a little bit insular almost, which I think is great. It's teaching me to be a lot more open about how you connect with people. They're brilliant at connecting.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
And I mean, they say they're like the meme generation and they have no attention span, but I haven't found that with Rebecca and her friends. I mean, she's a ferocious reader. They're very involved in each other's lives. They're not withdrawn really, and they're intentional. They have convictions, She doesn't go to church because it's cool, and she doesn't read because it's cool. It's because, there's something in them. It's deeper, it's more passionate. And like I say, they're going to do great things. I think they're going to shape the culture. I think they're going to be awesome leaders.
Guys, thank you so much. Honestly, I'm going to literally pour over this stuff. I am going to make so many notes. Thank you. You are such a model to Hereford campus, but also to our movement and also to your daughter of great Christian parenting. And we're so humbled and honoured. Honestly, I count it an honour to have learned from you today, because I know that I will be transformed, but I know so many more will be from what you've shared. So thank you.
A great pleasure. Thank you.
And to all those amazing teens.
Yes, you're
you guys
heroes.
are shaping the culture, you're heroes.
Amen.
Absolutely.